So again, this is the test format. Test is scheduled for Friday. Again, I did forget to mention that in class, I think last week, but I think I had it up in the assignment warehouse. You might have seen it if you looked at the assignments due and saw that in the future, depending on what your filter is set at. Okay. Today is our review day. We'll start with some questions if anybody has any, but after that, we're just going to release you guys to work on whatever is the highest priority item for you. So just as a reminder for this week's homework check, we have the 15 to 26 from the problems. You have worksheets, what is it? It's 4 or 2, 6 numbers 2, 6, and 8, and worksheet 5, number 5 and 7. And then the review would be the homework problem set for this week.
Because we're excluding 3.3.
Correct.
We're excluding 3.3. Is 3.3 questions still in review? We just cross them out, or
I don't even think there's any on the review. I think I already updated it.
all right.
Also, I did update the review this morning. So if you had previously downloaded the chapter 3 review, like the last 2 pages changed a little bit. I had thought I had done that already, but I guess I hadn't. So there's one less page, went from 9 pages to 8 pages, and this page 7 is now, the second last page is now different. So if you had already downloaded the review, just FYI, if you'd already started working on it, you can just delete the pages that are different and cut this page in too. That's fine. You don't have to start all over. Amy?
Can you do number 5 from the problem set?
Oh, sure. All right, so it says to find the amplitude, period, frequency. So before I start any of that stuff, I'm going to just write down the values for A, C, H, and K, which I can get just by looking at this thing, since it's in a form where it's easy to read those values. Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. From there, I know the amplitude is the absolute value of A. So the amplitude's 2. I know the period is 2 pi times C. So, or the absolute value of C, excuse me. So that's just going to become 4 pi. And I know the frequency is just the reciprocal of the period. So that's 1 over 4 pi. So far, so good. Okay. And then it says to graph the function on the interval from negative 4 pi to positive 4 pi. So the first thing we'll do is we'll write our transformation map. So Cx plus H, Ay plus K. Again, I'm not going to write the plus zeros because they don't really need to be there. And since this is a sine function, the key points I'll use are 0, 0, pi over 2, 1, pi 0, 3 pi over 2, negative 1, 2 pi 0. And then I'm just going to take my x's and plug them into my formula, and take the y's and plug them into my formula to generate my new key points. Okay to there. And then to graph this then from negative 4 pi to positive 4 pi, I'm just going to make an XY axis where the x goes from negative 4 pi to positive 4 pi. And just drop that in here. Or you could make it by hand. So I had 0, 0, pi 2, 2 pi 0, 3 pi negative 2, 4 pi 0, and then we'll just extend in the opposite direction as well. So we'll have negative pi negative 2, negative 2 pi 0, 3 pi 2, and then 4 pi 0. And there, we're all done. Is that okay, Lexi? I'm sorry. Lexi's raising her hand. Amy?
Yeah.
Sure. Lexi?
I just have a quick question on the graphing. Would you mark it wrong if we only did the first function based on the points we were given for the transform?
So it would depend on the direction. So if the direction says fill the space, then yes. In this particular problem where it's asking you to graph from negative 4 pi to positive 4 pi, yes, it would be not completely correct if you didn't extend the graph to fill the space because of the direction involved. So it just kind of depends a little bit on the directions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So not like all wrong, but like there'd be a deduction just for directions at that point. Others, happy to do some more if there's some more homework questions or general questions. Okay, that's fine. If you change your mind,